Now imagine going on a 10-day long trip. You complete your stay and then overstay and then don't return even after a month and 10 days. This is the plight of the NASA astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore, who flew to the space station on the now notorious Boeing Starliner. Our next report tells you as to what's holding the Starliner back and what the crew think and when we can expect them to return.
If it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. That was the Boeing slogan in its heyday, when it shared a duopoly in commercial aviation with French firm Airbus. But in recent years, Boeing has had a terribly turbulent time. Crashes involving Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes, manufacturing quality issues, government probes, whistleblowers exposing its lapses. It was in these troubled times that Boeing's aerospace division had a grand opportunity. Its mission was to fly 2 American astronauts to the space station and bring them back on the maiden crew test flight of its Starliner capsule. NASA had high hopes from the Starliner that it wanted as a regular ferry for astronauts, but since then things seem to have come unstuck for Boeing. The Starliner crew launched to space on June 5th. They docked at the space station on June 6th. On the way, it faced technical glitches with its steering system or thrusters. Over the last 40 days, the Starliner crew has had to repeatedly postpone their return. NASA and Boeing maintain that all is well. The astronauts Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore also echoed the same.
It feels good to float around. It feels good to be in space and work up here with the International Space Station team. So, yeah, it's great to be up here. So I'm not complaining. Butch isn't complaining that we're here for a couple weeks, extra weeks.
Boeing says it is conducting ground-based tests of their Starliner thrusters. These tests are expected to take weeks. Once the flaws are rectified, there could be more clarity on the return of the astronauts. Reports say the Starliner has an endurance of spending nearly 90 days in space while docked with the space station. This means they can spend 50 days more in space if they need to.
I can tell you that this is the world of test. This is a tough business that we're in. Human spaceflight is not easy in any regime. And there have been multiple issues with every spacecraft that's ever been designed, and that's the nature of what we do. You know, that mantra you've heard, failure is not an option. That's why we are staying here now.
The Starliner crew are veteran test pilots come accomplished astronauts. They are confident about a safe return, but as the mission gets delayed further, the Boeing name is taking a beating. NASA had offered billion-dollar contracts to Boeing and SpaceX to develop astronaut ferries. SpaceX accomplished the feat in 2020 and is ferrying astronauts ever since. Meanwhile, Boeing's craft, delayed by 4 years, has drastically overshot its budget, and with the ongoing issues, it will take a considerable time before Boeing's craft becomes a robust and reliable ferry. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.